Alright, what is up, Speed Gaming fans? My name is Adam, aka WXFan21. I am joined by Dust77, who just went to setup by accident. Gonna move. There's Dust. I moved you back up to the live stage.
Thank you, sir. Good
It
evening,
is my
everybody.
pleasure. So, very happy to be commentating with Dust here, and we're gonna do our normal serious go-through. Dust, what can you tell us? Tell us a little bit about yourself and what you know about this 100% rando. Well, not
Yeah,
rando,
so
100% tournament.
I am, I'm relatively new to the community here. Got my first exposure to Super Metroid speedrunning about 2.5 years ago, thanks to YouTube and Zost's 112 world record. That brought me over to Twitch and got just kind of dove in with the community. I mean, it's an incredibly welcoming, very supportive community, and just started popping into chat, checking stuff out. I'm not really a runner. I've played this game. I think that's as concise as I could be about my skill level as I've played it. I've got a sub 2-hour hundo, which just a little bit outside the qualifier here, I think. But yeah, I'm a spectator, man. I'm here to watch some high skill level, some awesome execution, and yeah, I'm here for it.
Awesome. Well, just a little bit here. Everyone gets through the Ridley fight. Everyone pretty much synced up at this point, which you love to see. So, love to see this here too. We've got 4 runners here. We got BR Joker, Hemzar, Mariklig, and Razan Dietrich 2.
I am personally not super familiar with everybody. I know the names, but I don't know who's running early croc, who's running late croc. Be interesting to see if there's any route divergence here.
Yes, and that is definitely something that we are going to watch. So definitely something to keep in mind here, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to get things going. Early croc and late croc. So there are advantages and disadvantages to both. I personally haven't done any 100% runs, so Dust, when we get to Upper Norfair, you can tell us a little bit about early croc versus late croc. But the early game here, pretty standard. We're going to get our morph ball, gonna go get alpha missiles, gonna go head back on up, and pretty standard stuff here to start with, really. A Super Metroid run like this. That's just vanilla.
Absolutely. Yeah, pretty standard stuff here. Very similar to any percent of both KPDR and PRKD. The start of the game is pretty standard fare for just about every category.
Yep.
All right, so we got everybody here grabbing morph ball. Looks like we got 2 pink, 2 orange. Don't know what that's going to mean as far as luck here in this qualifier, but I don't know. If you're superstitious, maybe one of those colors is for you.
So much fanfare early. We're gonna have a lot of fanfare. If you're a fan of all the fanfare here, you are in the right place.
So much fanfare. 6.6 seconds per fanfare, and we got 100 of them. So grab some popcorn, sit down, and buckle up. Couple of cool pit rim strats here. I'm not sure who does the what always looks to me like a super jank deboost, but always works out really well. We got a couple of people checking those pits just to make sure they're clean.
Dust wanting perfection here early. You love to see it.
Yeah, so it looks like Merck's doing did the Behe climb. Everybody else doing the wall jump.
Yeah, and this is pretty standard. This is my second time commentating SM100. If you've heard me before, I've been on multiple Metroid games over the last month plus. So this is very interesting, and I really like what we're going to see here. So that 230 missile, in general, should be the last thing that the runners pick up.
Absolutely, and you know, barring some kind of crazy mistake or whatever, yeah, 230 missiles. You know, the 230. If you want to be super cringe and corny, yeah, that's going to be the last pickup for most of these runners. I think we saw earlier, you know, coming out of the back of Gauntlet, you have that slight kind of crumble shaft there. You got two sides. You got to hit them right in the middle. You miss that, you might have to do a circle back at the end, but ultimately, yeah, 230 should be the last item of the game here as I head into Tyrian.
Oh,
looks like everybody had a pretty good BT fight as well.
Chorizo. You know, I accidentally called it Bomb Chorizo for a while, and I think someone in chat got very hungry.
You got Bomb Chorizo, you got Golden Chorizo, and I think if you dig into some of the little sideways lore, I think it's Bob and Gordon, two brothers working here on planet Zebes or Zebes. Dealer's choice on pronunciation, I think.
I call it Planet Zebes. I have for a while. I've heard Zebes, and as far as I'm concerned, it's Zebes.
I'm with you on the Zebes.
One of the most abused planets in all of Metroid.
Just
at least Talon doesn't blow up, Dust.
That is true. Talon's got its own unique set of issues, though. If I'm not mistaken.
We're not going to go there.
All right, so everybody getting through criteria here and heading down to, excuse me, heading down to Green Bryn.
So everyone's going to go get their super missiles early. So many item checks here in early supers, and Mayorclig is out to a little bit of a movement lead. Everyone keeping things nice and close, too.
Yeah, we're all within just a couple seconds here, and yeah, Merc with that early lead, but looks like he's got that D boost. Razan also looks like he's got that D boost. Emzar, I've already pretty much nailing some of these early strats to get through this run as quick as possible. Got some reserves, missiles, a little bit more on the missiles. This is kind of a run that keeps on giving. We'll see if everybody gets the reverse mock coming out of here. Now, it looks like Merc missed that. Uh-oh, commentator's curse. All right, head into Pink Bryn here. We'll see if, I don't know if anybody here sets up for the weave, but I think as everybody knows, the weave is free, but you got to do it right. All right, picking up Charge Beam here. Everybody, again, pretty close time-wise. Razan just a few seconds behind here. Heading into Green Hill Zone. I suspect everybody, yeah, will skip these missiles here and grab those on the way back through. All right, coming across New Bridge and heading into Red Tower. Curious if we'll have anybody going for early PBs here. Looks like everybody's heading down. We'll find out what Razan is going to do here, but so far everybody's heading down. Coming up on what I think everybody would agree is the best beam in the game. Spacer beam, wide beam. pretty close sync still here. Everybody's just within a second or two of each other. All right, everybody's setting up to head into Kraid's lair here. We'll see our first boss fight in just a few seconds. Hopefully no DLC today. Looks like BR Joker and Hems are basically frame for frame tied up here, heading in. Merc right behind, Razan just getting into mini Kraid hallway here. And rest of the runners into Kraid. No PBs to reduce that lag, but we'll see if they get the quick kill here. All right, we got 3 out of 4. Let's see if Razan can get it here. Pretty nice vary at times for everybody. Nice. All right, Razan nails the quick kill as well. It's a 4 for 4. Getting everybody just kind of cooking here. As I bump my mic. All right, pretty clean exit for everybody here. Let's see, we getting the nice little mock ball coming out of the transition. Yep, very nice from Merc. Going in to grab the C-Tank. Very nice movement from everybody so far. Misses that, BR Joker misses that mock ball coming across the gap there, but no big deal. Good elevator times for everybody here, heading down to Upper Norfair.
Sorry about that, everybody. I have returned.
Welcome back, Adam.
Thank you. Glad to see the stream is still up. We haven't lost every viewer and just hasn't blown anything up. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Nothing yet.
So it looks like we've got everyone up in their Upper Norfair checks. It will be interesting to see who does early croc and late croc. So have you told the chat anything about this yet?
We have not had a deep dive discussion about early croc versus late croc.
I think this is a good opportunity to get into that as we just get these runners up to Cathedral.
Sure,
and
yeah,
move on from there.
Yeah, so we're going to go through Cathedral here, go through Rising Tide, and then get into Bubble Mountain. Once we're in Bubble Mountain, we've got Speed Booster and Wave Beam to pick up, and from there, you get 2 choices. You can go down, take care of Croc, get early Grapple Beam, which will avoid some of the harder stuff later on in the route in Meridia, where you've got to do the Puyo Ice Clip. So that's the downside of late Croc, is having to do that relatively difficult trick to get into Shack Tool and pick up Spring Ball. But yeah, we'll see who goes up and who's or who's going down here to Croc. Otherwise, the rest of the runners would end up going to Fantoon and doing some wreck ship clear.
Yeah, the Puyo Ice Clip, we saw this earlier this morning, or earlier this afternoon, on the Qualifier 3 stream. 2 runners elected for early croc, 2 runners elected for late croc. And again, it goes really back to the Puyo Ice Clip. At the end of the day, yeah, there's some items you don't get, there's some missiles, and there's like an energy tank. Like, there's obviously stuff you can and can't get there. I mean, you can get your power bombs there if you got early croc, get access to those a little bit earlier. But even if you do Late Croc, you're going to get the Alpha Power Bombs anyway. But like you said, the Puyo Ice Clip, to me, at least from what I saw this morning, is really what it comes down to. And it's how comfortable are you hitting the Puyo Ice Clip?
Yeah, it's a tricky one for sure. Yep, without a doubt. And I think we saw, Professor School was talking about how it's typically 2 or 3 times in a race setting. It's 2 or 3 setups to finally nail it. So it's a pretty finicky trick. I don't know the button inputs and if that's a frame perfect thing or whatnot, but it certainly requires a high level of skill to execute. And in my opinion, that's the gatekeeper for Late Croc.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. If you're comfortable with that Puyo Ice Clip, you're gonna probably end up doing Late Croc. But again, it's ultimately what you feel comfortable with, right? Like there was the other commentator I was on with this morning, Scott. He, they like to go get Alpha Power Bombs first. Totally fine. Everyone's got a different thing. I personally think by looking at this looks like there's still some room for improvement, even though apparently this has been very optimized as of late. So, and we see, unfortunately, Rizon falling a little bit behind, taking a couple extra bumps here. Joker out in the lead, but again, this all comes down to where these runners are going to go, because now starts the route divergence. Once these runners get back to Bubble Mountain, we're going to find out, are they going Early Croc, or are they going to Wreck Ship? We're gonna find out. BR Joker, first out. And you can tell because when we get to this room over here that Joker's gonna get in, if you go all the way to the left, it's Late Croc. If you go down, it's Early Croc. And we have 1 Early Croc.
All right. 1 Early Croc. All right.
1 Late Croc. Hemsar Late Croc.
Merc's going down.
Yep. Mayork is going to Early Croc.
We'll just see what Rozan's got here, but if this is like the earlier restreams, we've kind of had a too early, too late, and it's a nice setup to watch the different divergent here.
Oh, and it is! It's 2 and 2.
All right. So you touched on some stuff that I think is really critical to talk about here, which is Super Metroid is
Super Metroid speedrunner of all time, even though I've been pumping up all of my co-commentators like that.
I am certainly not. But what I love about Hundo is that it's as casual or as deep as you want it to be, and you see some of that in the divergence here between Late Croc and Early Croc, where if you want to use Grapple Beam to get across moat and get across ocean to get to Wreck Ship, that option is there for you. If you want to put some time into learning some more advanced strats and learn something like Ocean Fly, that puts some harder stuff and harder tricks in your skill set there in your tool bag. And the game lets you be as deep as you want to be. Yeah.
Joker looked like they were going to attempt a blue suit or a spike suit, didn't end up going for it. Mayor Click also not going for blue suit or spike suit, totally understandable. And Hemsar and Razor, and like I said, they're gonna start heading up to Wrecked Ship, and
Joker gets the bonk there.
Yep, and gonna go with the Alpha Power Bombs. Couldn't hit the Shine Spark, that's okay. Joker's gonna get their Power Bombs. Do 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 do. QZ might need to focus on their run over in chat. Good luck, QZ.
All right, so we got Hemsar heading up Red Tower here, going through Hellway, and we'll get over to Alpha PB is down here in just a second.
Oh, QZ, you're in the race time room. I thought you were running. QZ, one of the amazing tournament organizers, by the way, along with Zenny and Twin, I believe.
Zenny, Sassy, QZ, all huge contributors and organizers here. Yes.
Yep. Excellent. So QZ was gatekeeping. I don't know. I kind of want to see QZ run this. What about you, Dust?
I would love to see QZ run this.
All right. So Joker definitely out ahead. Mayor Clig gets the grapple. Nice grapples there. Joker looking really good on this run.
Yeah, he's just really moving very well, getting through these rooms with tremendous ease.
Shout out to Speed Gaming 3 for the raid. We appreciate that. Hope you all in your races tonight, that you all were commentating, tracking, and watching. Hope everything went well. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome in, Raiders.
Yep, and for those just joining, my name is Adam, aka WXFan21. Joined on Code Comms by Dust77 for the Super Metroid 100% Tournament Qualifier. This is the 4th of 8 qualifiers for Speed Gaming Live 2023. And we already have a divergence. You're just getting in now. So, as I get a little distracted by chat, route divergence. Joker and Mayor Klig on your left-hand side of the screen, top and bottom, elected to do early croc. Hemzar and Razon electing to do late croc. So we have a 2-2 split. And Joker so far with just absolutely insane movement is flying. And it looks like Hemzar is going to hit this Shine Spark all the way across the wreck ship. No!
Crashes into the door there.
Unfortunate. Yep. Couple frames too early. Good try. Tries for the short charge there. Gets it the second time. And hits the Shine Spark. Very nicely done.
Yeah, let's see if Razan gets the full ocean fly here. That bonks the door there as well. Yeah, the window on that shot is pretty tight, and could be either a little too late, a little too early. But yeah, it's a finicky trick here.
Absolutely. Oh, nicely done from Joker with the spark all the way across. Nice. Even nice little things like that this early, because we don't have space jump and stuff like that, definitely a time save.
Absolutely.
And other things here too, they're like, oh, why is it just comms and no tracker? Well, it's 100%. We're getting everything.
We hope everybody knows what the items are at this point. No surprises here.
Joker didn't get ice. Unless Joker turned it off.
Probably did not need to get ice. You know, you get the grapple beam there with early croc, and makes ice a little less necessary in the early stage of the game here.
Fair, you have to go back and collect that missile pack out of there either. Okay, Mayor Klig didn't either. So, both probably going to go elect to get that once they go clear that section of Upper North Fair.
Yeah, pretty standard fare.
Because if y'all don't know, one of the most annoying items in this game, or at least it is for me when I was when I play this casually, is that missile over in the upper wall by Ice Beam as you head down to go to Croc. That is very annoying. Hemzar with a nice Fantoon fight.
Yeah, speaking of annoying, we got 2 Fantoon fights going on here. I did not see what the pattern was that he got. Looked like a 2-round to me, but again, not entirely sure there. Razan, obviously in the middle of his fight here. Let's see if Fantoon plays nice.
I saw Doppler in chat, Dust, I'm sorry, and I immediately thought, this isn't Counter-Strike. Why is Hemzar playing with the Doppler knife?
That is a completely different
Definitely
world.
Completely different. So, Dust, this is... I'm going to argue this is probably one of the more out of the way items. The far right side energy tank here in Wreck Ship, after we get right side supers. And probably one of the more annoying things, and you've run this category, so you can tell me what you think, is both of the sand pits under Aqueduct.
Yeah, I mean, sand pits are never fun. The Wreck Ship E-Tank, not too bad. I mean, you got no choice, you got to get all the items, but you know, there's really not much else up that way. You've got your Forgotten Highway entrance out that way, which, you know, if this was a rando, might have some relevance and some benefit, but for 100%, you know, that whole East Meridia, it's just, who cares about it? So
yeah, there's a reason it's called the Forgotten Highway,
right? But yeah, you know, there's 2 setups there. Again, as a filthy casual, I can speak to this at a high level, but not at any great detail. But you know, there's a YOLO jump off of the last platform to the left, which, you know, if you execute it well, can be relatively consistent. I think Behemoth does an occasional YOLO strat with an airball. But the more reliable setup is to do the bomb jump here.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that, but something you said made me think of something else, and I already forgot what it was. I I'm not gonna lie, Chad. I got distracted by fruit.
All right, so Hemzar going for the bomb jump there and nailed it. Very safe strat, and safety in a tournament qualifier like this, probably worth its weight in gold.
Yeah, and again, this is something where you really don't want to... This is definitely an out-of-the-way item. Dust just talked about it. We talked about the sand pits. I mean, obviously, and again, one of the more out-of-the-way items, quite frankly, in the entire game, we have talked about. And it is the reason for early Croc versus late Croc, one of the main reasons. And Dust, that is the Puyo Ice Climb that we are going to be seeing, I would guess, relatively soon.
We'll be getting there pretty soon.
Once we get there, of course.
Razan just fell in the drink there, unfortunately.
Into the drink!
And those spikes are not kind. Neither is that fish. Doing some pretty decent damage there. So he does have reserves, so there's potential there.
Someone else says drink besides me. Love it.
All right, and we got Merrick Lig with his Fantoon fight here. Again, I did not see any of the opening patterns.
Fantoon. So annoying.
Fantoon is basically RNG personified.
Yep. Fantoon is annoying. Anyone that has watched any percent, 100%, anything that has to do with Fantoon, so annoying.
Speaking of annoying, we've got the robot room here up on the right side of Wreckship Attic. There's a pretty cool iframes clipped through the robots there. If you're moving the opposite direction from them and you take damage, you can iframe clip through those. And sometimes it cooperates, sometimes it doesn't. Looks like Hemzar got lucky there and was able to make it through pretty quickly. And down to bowling.
Which, as I pointed out this morning, as a bowler, come on. You get a maximum of 5-step approach. I know people that do more than that, but even 5 steps is a bit much, and this one just breaks the lane.
Yeah, I'm comfortable saying that's probably a line fault, right? Probably a foot fault.
Yeah, definitely. Though I don't think that Chozo cares.
I mean, we're getting some help. We're getting across those spikes and down to the gravity suit there. So maybe we'll give him a pass on the foot fault.
Hey, we got to get down to that room, so completely okay. In the meantime, can Joker hit? Nicely done by Joker. Now gotta get out the other way.
Yep.
Can you execute the same way you got out? Hits the first. Very pretty escape from Joker.
Fantastic.
Now
very
we
cool
have
game.
the first to bowling is Hemzar. So for everyone wondering why we got 4 racers on the screen, well, these are qualifiers. These aren't traditional, oh my goodness, they're all racing against each other. No, these are qualifiers. You play in as many qualifiers as you want, but only your top 3 best times are going to count.
I think it's actually in the top 2.
Is it the top 2? I thought it's 3.
Might be 3. Again, as a filthy casual and not a runner, these are probably things that I should know, but I thought it was the top 2.
Oh, good. So we have 16 entrants. We had 27 this morning for Qualifier 3. We have 16 for the night. And some pretty big names in here, too. We have Susurami's in here. Joker's putting on a good show. Static Shock's in here. Lynx X Unlimited's in this one. Eddie's in this one. A lot of good players. A0. So, shout out to all the racers, and again, we get these amazing 4 here, putting on some shows for us. Joker has had enough with this robot, and wants to yeet them out of the game.
Yeah, there's that iframe clip, just was not that robot was not cooperating the first one there. Got through the second one, and then, it takes the damage there to come back across the, not escalator, what is that, conveyor belt.
The conveyor belt.
Overall, pretty clean attic for Joker there.
Dude.
Yeah, it looks like Razan got the robot flush, which is a pretty cool strat coming through the entrance into bowling. You set up those charge shots as you land in a couple of visual cues going across the spikes, and it puts the robots in those holes so that when you come down to collect that missile pack and head over to this reserve tank, you don't have to get those robots out of the way. And then you also lit the power bomb right before you get into the Chozo statue's hands, and that clears the speed boost blocks for the Chozo statue below. Makes it an incredibly clean, little pickup of those couple of items, and then off to Gravity Suit here.
Nice. Thank you for that explanation.
Let's hope it's correct. All right, so we got Hemzar coming back to Green Bryn. Going to go down and check on our Edekun friends here.
You know, I mentioned this morning. As someone who has tried wall jumping, and again, I'm a casual player, I would love to get into speed running, and wall jumping is definitely a basic skill to have. The Edekuns are just like, oh, this is how you bounce off a wall. Really? What are the buttons I'm pressing?
Well, you just got to hum the song that they're singing, and that's what gives you that wall jump power. They're there to teach, to train, to mentor. They just want to be your friends and show you how to wall jump.
I just want to know what buttons to press.
Well, that one they're going to leave to the imagination.
I mean, the Edekuns are adorable. I mean, let's face it. The Edekuns and the Dacros are pretty adorable animals.
They are indeed. I do like there's an RTA category for the Decora, which is a pretty fun category.
Nice. Yeah, like
get that guy out from that little pit down there.
Like that's it. He's just stuck there. There's no items. There's nothing there.
Yep. I don't know how he makes it up to the the animal room there on escape. I don't know how he gets out of that room. There's got to be some kind of secret passage down at the bottom in the depths there of Zebus.
Zeebs. Don't make me fight. Don't make me fire you.
I'm gonna get fired on my first comms.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right, so we got Hemzar coming up on Mission Impossible here. Another pretty cool trick, getting that missile pack down here. We've got Razan in the back of Gauntlet. He missed the Teletubby Huggy.
Did you just say Teletubby Huggy?
There's a long story with that one. I'll leave that. I think chat knows what's up with that one.
I don't think I want to know.
We'll let that one marinate just a little bit.
I don't even know if I want it to marinate.
But yeah, coming through the back of Gauntlet, you've got the opportunity to set up an incredibly difficult short charge coming from the first Gauntlet room into the second, where you get the E-Tank. Saves a lot of time coming through the back.
Yeah, Razan, by the way, nicely done, not having to go back to Gauntlet and getting both at the same time.
Yes, that is always a tricky one. The safe strat is clear those blocks up top.
Yeah, look at this one, Joker.
There we go.
Oh, pretty.
Nice. Beautiful.
And congrats, you get rewarded with an energy tank. How awesome is that for you?
Well, it's usually pretty handy in that instance. You're depleted on energy, so... All right. Yeah, Joker's making his way through here with these D-boosts. Again, very clean.
See if Mayor Clig can find their way out. Yep, easy enough. And Joker's gonna have absolutely no problem getting both of these missiles. Hemzar are making their way over to Waterway first. Is Mayor Clig going to have enough energy to get through the first part of Gauntlet? Yes.
Oh, he's got it.
Nicely done for Mayor Clig. And you also get rewarded with an energy tank for your efforts.
Yeah, as does Hemzar at the back of Waterway there.
Do 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 do.
It's pretty good tunes here.
Mm-hmm. You know, we were talking about this morning.
Oh, were you?
Super
Yeah,
Metroid and Metroid Prime are of just some amazing soundtracks. And I'll be honest with Ollie, I'll be honest with you, Dustin, I'll be honest with chat. I've listened to the soundtracks to focus for work from time to time, just because they're so cool.
They are indeed. I don't know that you get any better than I guess both of those. I mean, they are just iconic OSTs. So much good stuff there. Green Bryn, I mean, you know, that's a fan favorite for sure. All right, we got Razan setting up for Mission Impossible here. Looks pretty good. Nice, gets it. All right, we're getting our first taste of Meridia here. This short charge to get Main Street missiles is just an incredible... Oh, takes that damage off the fish, but still nice. Still nails it. It's a good save.
Absolutely.
That short charge is no joke.
Listen, short charging in general is definitely no joke. So short charging, for those that are unaware, it's a way to, in certain compressed areas where you can't get a normal speed boost charge in, it's a way for you to hit those speed boosts. So, for example, we're going to see it at Main Street U's. We're going to see it in quite a few other spots just like that. Short charging is an underappreciated skill, in my opinion, and definitely one you want to master, especially for beginner speedrunners.
Yeah, totally agreed. You know, I think that short charging in general, again, a little bit of a gatekeeper. You know, there's a lot of different types of short charges. You got your stutters, your 2 taps, 3 taps, all that stuff. And they're all useful in certain situations when you have, you know, a smaller amount of time to ramp up and whatnot. But, you know, if I'm probably going to say this the wrong way, but the game is looking only on certain frames for that, for run speed. And so by tapping the run button in certain portions of the animation, you're tricking the game into thinking that you're moving faster than you are to build up your momentum. So incredibly useful skill, and to your point, we see it everywhere. Especially at this level, it's an absolutely required skill.
Oh, well,
a little bit of trouble getting out of fish tank here, though, for Hemzar. This, there we go. That jump can be a little tricky.
Hemzar nicely done on the 3rd attempt to get that morph ball into this area here of Main Street to grab that super. So an interesting thing here. Razan and Hemzar elected to do Lake Croc. Hemzar is flying.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely flying.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, as we switch over to Hemzar, and as soon as the fanfare is done, I'll get back to it. Dust, let me paint you a picture as we are over here. Now gonna go clear out West Meridia as we listen to the very peaceful sounds of an aquatic wonderland, where Samus is now gonna go contend with enemies, but you're 100% gonna go pick up every item in West Meridia. Some easy, some hard, but as we listen to the amazing dulcet tones of the West Meridia music, we're just gonna cool off and relax for this very first part of the run. Or this part of the West Meridia.
I would not let the dulcet tones lure you into any kind of sleep here, because Meridia's going to put up a challenge.
Meridia always puts up a bit of a challenge. And again, we're going to be coming to that Poyo skip here pretty soon. But I just like the music. It's like, just sit back and relax. Take in the tones. Maybe take a nap. A little bath here in the water for Samus. But no, now Hems are already making their way to Aqua. And this is where things get interesting. Remember those 2 sand pits we mentioned earlier? Yep, this is where we'll find them. Hemzar gonna go clear out the boss, it looks like, first. This is...
Yeah, we got bot Swoon to deal with here. Let's see what the setup is. There is a pretty cool X Factor.
Nice There's the X Factor. Oh. Nice execution.
Great fight. Yeah.
Someone watched Oats' stream. That looked like I was watching Oats for a second, I'm not gonna lie.
That was pretty, I mean, it's pretty perfectly executed. Yeah.
Really, really well done. So, does tell us a little about this. Why is Hemzar making their way all the way to the boss here in East Meridia before going to clear out one of the sand pits?
Oh.
Missed. Oh, wow.
Sorry, just blew the full half there. That's unfortunate.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, well, we're gonna go deal with Dragon and get Space Jump, and then head back down and clear out the rest of Meridia here.
So was Space Jump just optimally for 100% right now before clearing out either of the two sand pits?
Well, I've learned that when you ask if anything, if there's any reason for any particular route divergence or strat, the answer is always because it's faster. So we do Dragon and get Space Jump because it's faster.
Well, that makes sense. Someone wants to know if they can add the West Meridian music to their NAP playlist.
Without a doubt. It should be on the Calm app, actually. They need a little West Meridia.
Here we go.
They got Dune in there and, other kinds of stuff. Come on, let's put some Super Metroid in there.
Now, you see Mayor Clig finally getting that short... Oh, no! Unfortunate. And hits it.
There
Nicely done from Mayor Clig. Very pretty. Joker with the spark charge right on up. Joker gonna go clear up pre-aqueduct checks as well. How did that not finish off Dragon? Come on, Hemzar. Destroy that giant underwater thingy. Nicely done.
Yeah, so it doesn't get the blue suit, which you would normally get if you finish Dragon off with that spark, but can do a short charge here and try and get. I guess they're going to bail on the spike
I don't know.
suit.
I feel like isn't Spike Suit better?
Spike suit is better, absolutely, but it's tough. You've got a double frame perfect trick you have to execute to get that spike suit. But just getting blue suit, you can still get out of get it back across with a shine spark. It's a little slower because you can't run, leaving Dragon here, but either way, we'll get a nice clean space jump back across over to, or heading over to Plasma.
Sounds good to me.
All right, we got Razan also setting up for full halfy here. Let's see what they've got.
And hits the halfy.
Well, didn't get the full, got the halfy.
Got the half a halfy?
There's a full halfy, half halfy. I think you can even do a quarter halfy. It's all about where you bonk. If you bonk.
Bonk.
When you bonk.
Bonk to the bonk to the bonk, bonk, bonk.
All right, we got Joker coming up on bot Swoon.
Listen, Samus, don't you dare stare at the viewers that way. Hemzar's screen, Samus just picture perfectly looking at the camera.
Yep, heading down Sandpit here.
And interesting too, so do you have a preference, Dust, on which sandpit you want to clear first, whether it's left or right, or you don't care?
I believe it's typically left and then right. Don't quote me on that.
Okay. And here we go, Razan doing the X power as well. Nicely done and executed.
That was a great first shot there.
Yep. Can you get the second hit, Dragon? Oh, boom. Nice true round, Dragon, and the blue suit. Can you hit the spike suit? Yes!
And the spike suit doesn't get the bad frame there. Absolutely nailed it. That was a perfect Dragon fight.
That was a massive time save right there. And here we go. This is what we mentioned. Look at Hemzar's screen. This is the Boyo skip. that Dustin and I alluded to earlier. Can you get it?
Yeah.
Yes,
First
second
try.
time. Second time.
Absolutely nailed it.
Was it first or second? I thought they were in that room already.
Oh, maybe I missed the first one.
Well, regardless.
First, second try.
This is where Hemzar gets a chance to get to go to the bathroom, gets to go relax, take a quick nap as Shack Tool does its thing, and there's nothing you can do. Razon with a nice spike suit charge out there, and Razon gonna make their way back into Aqueduct as well.
Yeah, we got Joker dealing with the last little bit of Dragon here, and Merrick heading into Botswan as well.
Yep, there is a trick coming up here where you can get that snail to chew out those last two sands, and off you go. Hemzar gets it. Razon gets that energy tank from Botswan on the way out, and now it's time for the Spring Ball.
Best item in the game.
Yep, someone in chat likes Shack Tool.
I think Shack Tool's got a pretty rabid following.
And, oh my goodness, Mayor Clig with like a frame off of the full halfie. It's all good. Nice D-boost there from Mayor Clig. Mayor Clig doing really well to keep pace with the other runners here on the restream. Very impressive. And now we're going to come to the portion of the run where Razon has to go do the Poyo Ice Clip.
All right, we got Mark setting up for Dragon. Let's hope for another clean fight.
I'm sorry. Shout out to Infinite Metal in chat. This is funny. It's a shame Shack Tool doesn't get saved with the animals. That's funny. Well done. Hemzar first the plasma. And Razon gets the ice clip, and here we go. It's time for the long Shack Tool here for Razon. And Mayor Clig looking to finish off Dragon. Couple supers. Missed the short charge, but still a 2-round Dragon. Very nice done. Right sand pit for Joker as well.
Yeah, great Dragon fights from everybody here. And Hemzar clearing out plasma like a boss. Yeah, that was a great plasma run.
Like a boss. Razon looking for the same thing, getting the little nail to cover the other two things. Very nice. Nice clear from both Hemzar and Razon. And Joker is catching up.
Yeah, so he'll have an easier entry here with that gravel block. Just head up and over northern route, I believe people call this.
Whee! Oop. Joker to Shack Tool. Joker and Razon are gonna high five.
Very nice.
Hemzar back through Cack Alley. Very nicely done. Joker's just hanging around, having a little fun. Working on their bomb jumping to get across moat. You'd love to see it. Shack Tool still isn't done. This is why I joke that you should just go take a nap, go relax, go to the bathroom during the Shack Tool thing. Still wasn't done. Worked on a couple bomb jumps there. Joker hits the snail trick as well. So nicely done from Joker. Gets his spring ball. Hemzar cleans up Aqueduct.
Yep, we were talking about short charges earlier. Another example of a nice little short charge to get up through those speed blocks. For some of us less seasoned runners, you'd set this short charge up down at the bottom and go up through both sets of those kind of pipe speed blocks there. But if you're good enough, which all these runners are certainly good enough, you get that nice little short charge. You don't have to drop down to the bottom and through both sets.
I love how Dust continues to say less seasoned runners. Let's face it, Dust is one of the greatest runners that the world hasn't heard of yet.
I'm certainly one of the runners of all time.
One of the runners of all time. Alright, Joker going up toilet, gonna go get their plasma beam as well. as Razon already gets plasma. And now it's time for Hemzar and Razon to finish up all the Meridia checks. No one's coming back here. There was no reason to. Mayor Klig makes their way over to Shack Tool. Can we get 4 for 4 on the snails?
I think we can. I believe. Now, Razon gets hecked by that cack right there doing the pretty jump, unfortunately. It's a pretty cool jump up and over that cack and that little structure right into the door.
Yeah, and here we go. Hemzar first out of Meridia. We are done. Hemzar done with Meridia in general. Hemzar, time to go attack. Matter of fact, time to go and get Kraid's Closet and the missile.
Yep, that one
the
little
missile,
item over
right
here. Yep, if you do the early PBs, you can clean this up while you do Kraid. It's a negligible time difference, between the early PBs and this quick cleanup. But either way, this is the last we'll see of Kraid's lair.
Hi, Kraid's lair.
Setting up for that nice mock ball, you can get that speedball down through the door transition and not have to lay a bomb coming out of that block there. It's a pretty cool little strat.
Joker making his way through Cack Alley with much swag.
Absolutely.
Until landing on the spikes at the end. Thanks, Joker, for making me look like a liar. Totally kidding. So here we go. Joker now gets their last energy tank. So again, folks, this is 100%. And in this run, we are getting everything. There are 2 different routes if you're just joining us. The 2 runners on the left, Joker and Mayor Klig, win for early croc, which allows you access to grapple. One of the biggest things is that Frozen Pollo ice clip that we've talked about multiple times here on the stream. And then Hemzar and Razor on the right end are going to do late croc, so they don't have grapple yet, and they don't have those items. Both hit the ice clip, looked very nice while doing it. And now you see Hemzar going to be going down to Lower Norfair, and on the way out, they're going to go back and pick up all the items over at Croc.
Yeah, that was a great little segment there from that last missile pack underneath ice all the way down through into a Chronic room here. We'll probably see a Chronic boost from Hemzar going into our entrance to Lower Norfair.
Yep. So, nicely done out of Lava Die from Hemzar. And Hemzar, the first of our runners to make their way down to Lower Norfair. And in my opinion, Dust, of all the Super Metroid music, which again, we all agree, all of it's awesome, this is probably my favorite Super Metroid track.
Yeah, this one's a banger. I'll be honest, my personal favorite. I love the opening Criteria theme. It's dark, it's ominous, it's moody. It's just got a very good vibe to it. But I think that the Lower Norfair music, 100% second for me.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. So we now have Razon getting out of Craids. They're done. And now Hemzar are going to go get all the items over here. They're going to get Screw Attack and the miners that we have over in Golden Torizo. So this is the other Torizo fight we're going to go to. And there is a cool trick here as well where you can actually trap Golden Torizo up against the side of the room, which hopefully all runners are going to go ahead and take advantage of.
Yeah, it's a great strat. You kind of set up on the right here, you move to the left, come back with a shot, or I guess you can just start the way the Hemzar are starting. But
and there you
go.
You
get into this crouch position, shooting up, and Golden Torizo does not move. He keeps shooting his weird little moonbeams out, and he's, I mean, before he knows it, he's dead. So, see you later.
Nicely done from Hemzar. Fun fact, by the way. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. Fun fact about the Lower Norfair music. And I'll shout out notes for this. He said this on one of his streams. Do you know that the best way to do a bomb jump is to play the Lower Norfair music in your head?
Yeah, I mean,
and then with the bombs to it.
Yeah. I know that there's some runners that practice to a metronome for some of that stuff. There's a rhythm to it that kind of get that tempo locked in, and you're good to go.
Nicely done. I was wondering if Hemzar was a little high there.
Nope, got the fast pillars going into worst room, and we'll be heading up to grab those Mickey Mouse missiles.
Gus, why don't you tell everyone why this is called the worst room in the game?
Well, in any percent, pretty nasty room dealing with the pirates jumping back and forth. You basically got one shot to come in, lay a power bomb, destroy the blocks, and then do a very precise wall jump up and around, all while trying to not get hit in any way. And oh, okay, good. Yeah, it's leads to a lot of deaths, and can be a very frustrating room. 100%. Again, it's kind of what I like about 100%. The load up by the time you get to some of these rooms, it's pretty tough to die. You kind of got to be trying to really to kill yourself here. You know, it's not an easy feat. You've got so many energy tanks. You've got your reserves. You've got so much ammo. All your beam combos, and so again, that room is not nearly as bad in Hundo as it is in 90%. But yeah, it's a nasty room for sure.
It's easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah, I said it.
Yes.
So this Ridley fight coming up, entering so far 17 supers for Hemzar. You typically, and does correct me if I'm wrong, but when you do it in this Ridley fight here in 100%, you want to make sure you leave at least a couple of supers, but you're going to be laying in most of your supers that you have to this point. You're going to be laying them into Ridley.
Correct. Yeah, and you know you're looking to go in about 30 supers. You know, it's 30 supers to kill Ridley. I believe it's 20 charged plasma shots. So if you're a little light on supers coming in, you've always got charged plasma to fall back on.
Yep.
But yeah, you know you're looking for 30, 32, 33 second Ridley room time here. You know, that's a pretty clean fight.
Yep. And again, Ridley's RNG too, depending on what patterns you get and whatnot. So Hemzar first to Ridley. Hemzar made really quick work of the Metal Pirates, aka the Golden Guardians, aka the Ridley Guardians.
I saw them referred to as the Karate Crabs one time, and that has stuck with me forever.
There you go.
I also find it funny when you're leaving, there's like a kick animation from one of the pirates, and it looks like he's just kind of booting Samus out the door.
I don't think Hemzar has gotten one pogo yet from Ridley.
Yeah, there is some manipulation you can do here. I don't know what it is, but you know, there's, depending where you are on the screen, you can kind of shift Ridley into some of those more predictable patterns. But overall, great fight from Hemzar there.
Yeah, nicely done. Joker, bomb Chorizo fight as well.
Yep, Joker making quick work of Golden Chorizo, and we'll grab their we got Merrick Leg heading into Lava Dive here. Getting that chronic crits coming through. Really good wasteland here from Hemzar. Gets that speedball, breaking those blocks. Again, just kind of flying through this. All right, we got Razan setting up for their Metal Pirates fight here. Let's see if everybody plays nice. Kind of nice.
So we're not 4 for 4 on GT. Mayor Click does get GT over here on the other side of the room. Nicely done. Gets the super.
Very nice.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Yeah, we got Razan with a pretty nice Ridley fight going on right now.
Hey, see Scotty W. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Appreciate that. And shout out to Ronald in chat. I've been all over the place. Like I said, I've done so many titles and whatnot. So thank you, Scotty, for the raid. Hope your stream went well, and we appreciate you tuning in here. So, Dust, these runners, I am so impressed. They're all around each other. They're all putting on, in my opinion, really good race times here. And again, we are really starting to see that early Croc versus late Croc divergence here as Hemzar and Razan look to get out of Ridley and out of Lower Norfair. The early Croc players are in Lower Norfair, and right now, if this was a head-to-head, this is definitely a battle between Joker and Hemzar, based on who I think of these four are probably going to finish first.
Yeah, I would agree, and we'll see some convergence again back at X-Ray when we'll get a much better sense of where everybody's at in the overall race here. But yeah, another great fight, another great Ridley fight from Joker here. Oh, and Razan gets that speedball out of Wasteland as well. It's such a great looking strat.
Yep, and now the last one of the last items here in Upper Norfair is in fact this left side Bubble Mountain check. It's just the reserve tank and the miner. Nintendo, if you're listening, we need a Super Metroid remastered.
I think those are fighting words for some people.
My opinion.
And Hemzar gets that swaggy boost over to these missiles here in Bubble Mountain.
Hemzar has put on some very swaggy strats.
Bit of a movement clinic. Yeah, bit of a movement clinic here. Really nailing some of the hard stuff here.
Yep. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is qualifier number 4 of the best, of the 100% tournament here for SpeedGaming Live 2023. So far, we have 2 DNFs, unfortunately. But again, that's why there's 8 qualifiers. There's plenty of time. If something doesn't go right, not a big deal. Off you go. And come back to the next one. So this is the last qualifier for this weekend. 4 qualifiers next weekend. 2 Saturday, 2 Sunday. And again, we have a pretty stacked qualifier here. And a very, very good race is being put on here by all 4 of these runners. It doesn't matter if you're seasoned, if you're intermediate, if you're just getting started speedrunning. If you want to try your hand at this, it's an open qualifier. It's not like you gotta qualify for the qualifier. It's open quals. Come join the Discord. Speaking of which, this is the perfect time to mention, ! R in chat to follow all these amazing runners. ! C if you want to follow the commentary team. And come join the SpeedGaming Live 2023 Discord as well.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst that's going to happen? You can have some fun?
I mean, that's the worst that's going to happen, damn.
It's the worst. It's the absolute worst.
And you come meet some great people.
Yeah, like I was saying at the beginning, the Super Metroid community is just really an incredibly supportive, welcoming community. Everybody's looking to help. You'll see it in just about every stream. You might have runners of all skill level in chat asking questions, and everybody's very accommodating. They'll take the time to show you how the tricks are done. There's a ton of great content on YouTube. A lot of these runners have tutorials and whatnot on how they approach the game and their movement techniques. And there's a lot of varied ways to approach some of these strats. I love to see the difference between how each runner kind of personalizes some of these strats. Some of it is really not open to interpretation, but you can kind of see everybody's little spin. There's some personality to everybody, especially at the upper echelons here. And it's
Absolutely.
it's a treat to watch.
Yep. Top 32 qualify. Top 32 times overall are going to qualify. Again, you get your aggregate time based on your top 3 races. And the top 32 are going to go into a bracket format. You know, we're seeing that top 32 with the Super Metroid rando here at SG Live 2023. We've had that going on. Some amazing races the other night.
Oh, there's been some heaters. There was some stuff with Kip yesterday. I know Zos was racing last night. I think you were commentating. There was a race with, I think, Love and Plumps that got a little funky. I mean, there's been some. Let's be honest. This weekend has been a pretty awesome weekend if you're a Super Metroid fan.
Absolutely. And my apologies. Chat's correcting me. It is. You were right, Dust. Best of 2. So your top 2 times are your qualifiers.
Yeah, they're averaged or something. Yeah, that's what they're saying. Yeah, best average.
But I believe you can compete as many times as you want.
You can, yeah. Running all 8 qualifiers. I know, there's some runners that are just going to hit every single one and hope for the best. And the more runs you've got, the better chance you got at a good average there. Yep.
I still want to see one of our illustrious TOs, QZ. I still want to see them. Saying.
Come on, QZ, make it happen.
Come on, QZ. So speaking of runs here,
putting the finishing touches on Croc here. Obviously, with the full beam complement, Croc takes a ton of damage from one charge shot, and setting for that spike suit here, which is going to be something that they'll carry all the way up to X-ray, which is no easy feat from this point in the game. It's quite a ways.
It's not.
A lot of opportunities to blow that spike suit as you make your way back up to X-Ray Hall. But yeah, Croc's had his nap, little bath, and we're off.
Bye, Croc. You know, Dust, you said that they were putting, Razon would put in the finishing touches on Croc. What was Razon? Croc a picture? Of its defeat! I just came up with that. I had no idea where that was going, and my head. Oh, SpeedGaming is so gonna fire me.
Well, let's hope that's not the case.
Only kidding, SpeedGaming. Please keep me. I need this job for the money. Wait, I'm getting paid for this? So here we go. Razon now. The advantage to this is having this space jump screw attack that the early Croc runners didn't have. So again, there's advantages and disadvantages to doing both. But as we see, both Joker and Hemzar have linked up now towards X-Ray.
Yeah, we talked about X-Ray kind of being that convergence point, and I mean, we're within about 3 seconds here of each other. That's pretty crazy.
Yep. SpeedGaming bot just dropped the SpeedGaming Discord. Please go join in again if you want to get involved. Open qualifiers next weekend. Get involved in the community. Like Dust said, what's the worst thing you're gonna do? Have fun? We're gonna, meet some cool people.
Yeah, hang out, have some fun, meet some cool people. Learn some cool stuff. Again, Super Metroid, especially 100%, is really a category that's welcoming for runners of any skill level. So, if you're interested at all, pick it up. I mean, you can play it on the Switch, you can play it on the old SNES Minis there. There's a lot of ways to access this game these days.
Yep. So, Hemzar, from what chat was saying, never did Gauntlet. So that's the energy tank that Hemzar is missing.
Interesting. Okay, so Hemzar's doing late Gauntlet.
Listen, iStone, don't you dare get in me talking about my favorite video game of all time in Earthbound, alright? Just saying.
Am I going to get fired for saying I've never played Earthbound?
No, you're not going to get fired for playing Earthbound. So, myself and my mother used to play Earthbound all the time together when I was a kid. We had the strategy book with notes done all over the place. We tried doing complete runs and just so much stuff. So, for me, it's not only an amazing game, but it holds a special place in my heart, for sure. Super Metroid, by the way, number 2.
Yeah, I think all the games of this era really... I'm no spring chicken here, so for me, Super Metroid was a game that I played in high school when it came out, and it was just something that just totally captivated me, and I think like a lot of people who were around my age at that time.
My goodness, I'm old then.
Well, I mean, again, I'm I'm on the wrong side of 40 here, but this has been something that I've enjoyed for since release again in '94.
There you go.
It's an absolutely top tier game that has aged so perfectly. The fact that there's still optimizations, minor optimizations, at least in this route, to be found for a game that's this old. Just really speaks to the depth, and it's a pleasure to watch people execute at this level.
Absolutely. Listen, speedrunning in general has done so much for a lot of these old titles. We see how many times here on SpeedGaming, Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time has a randomizer. Ocarina of Time has a randomizer. Just think about that. A long game to begin with has a bleeping rando.
I did see a Wind Waker rando, and I was curious about that.
That is so much fun too.
Yeah.
So like Wind Waker has a rando. Like there's so much stuff with some of these older titles that I think really help continue to breathe life into them. Even a game like Metroid Prime, I was commentating one of the races earlier today, and we were kind of saying like by having different modes like Goalocks, and you can do different presets in a randomizer, as Joker's screen is unfortunately frozen. They didn't forfeit, it's frozen. Like, just think about everything that you can do to keep a game fresh. I find it so cool, and we're gonna see if Joker's stream, we don't control the streams, but Joker's stream has unfortunately frozen. They are still going over in race time, so that stream will probably come back at some point. But Hemzar, this is it. Final item checks here. Hemzar is going to go get that 230 missile.
Yep, and just want to mention again, Merklig and Razan, I mean, the sync here is pretty incredible. Again,
fantastic.
They line back up at X-Ray, and they are neck and neck as well. So, what a great example of the late Croc versus early Croc routes, and how they can come back together at the end here and really be very similar in overall time. And I know, some runners like MGA have done some pretty in-depth comparisons between the late Croc and the early Croc runs. And if you ask MGA, he's going to tell you that early Croc can potentially be, just as fast, if not a little bit faster. But it is a little heavier on the RNG, so it makes it a little less consistent. But nevertheless, it's great to see both of these routes run at such a high level, and to come back, at the end of the run here and be so close.
Agreed. So Hemzar never cleared Gauntlet, didn't get this power bomb. So these are gonna be the last items that Hemzar is gonna get. Joker's stream is still frozen.
Yeah, that's a bummer because Joker was on a pacer.
So our amazing helper made work heard. Apparently Joker's stream is offline. So that's unfortunate.
Yeah. You saw Hemzar setting up for that wraparound shot, which is a pretty cool trick shot.
Might be a pixel, it might be a little bit too high. No, gets it
we're good.
Very nicely. Very nice. So Joker stream is back up. Thank you, QZ. We still want you to run, QZ. It's okay. Dustin and I will be in your corner with pom-poms and foam fingers saying QZ #1.
We're pulling for you, QZ. Come on, make it happen.
Oh, look at this. All right, so Joker in the lead. Joker has made their way over to G4.
All right, the difference, basically, this gauntlet clear here.
Yep. And no one's finished yet. So I want everyone to keep this in mind. No one in the qualifier just had somebody finished. Lynx is just finished. So Lynx takes first place in this qualifier with a time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 35 seconds.
Which is impressive. And we got Static Shock finishing up here with 1:14:50. Lynx's PB, I think, is a 1:13:59. So to only be 36 seconds off your PB in a race setting, a pretty impressive run there from Lynx.
Yep. And again, it could be RNG. Maybe you got a slow Phantoon.
You never know.
And nice Metroid rooms for Joker. Hemzar has made their way to G4.
Yeah, those Metroid rooms, when done well, they are just some of the most insane-looking rooms from how easy it looks versus how hard it is to execute. I find Metroid Room 3, in particular, looks like the easiest room in the game when you watch someone like Zost or Shiny Zenny or Behemoth or Oats or anybody. They make it look effortless, but that room is an absolute mess if you don't know what you're doing.
And Joker looking for Baby Skip.
Looking
Joker's
good.
gonna nail Baby Skip.
There we go. Nice. Yeah, we got Merrick and Razan basically entering Turian here, or G4 here at the same time. Again, the sync between the late Croc and the early Croc stuff has been fantastic.
Thank you, Nobody Nada, for the raid. We appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. And here we go. So, Joker is not electing to do Zeb skips. It looks like
yeah,
anyway.
he'll do
At least early. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
There's skip.
Yep.
Got it on the second.
All right, well, we're into our first Mother Brain 1 fight here. Let's hope everything goes swimmingly for Joker.
Should be a good fight here. Plasma's going to make this fight really easy.
So it looks like Lynx with that 114.35. That was with a mid-fast, fast-mid fan tune. So a less than cooperative fan tune, a 4-rounder there, and still pulled out a 114.35. Nice work. All right, we got Joker damaging down for stand-up here. And Hemzar looks like they're going to get their baby skip as well. All right, Merrick and Razan heading into their baby skips here. Let's see if we can go 4 for 4.
Can we also give a big round
earlier.
Guys, can we give a big round of applause to Merrick and Razan? They looked
Absolutely.
farther behind and are already at baby skip. Like, huge shout-outs to all the runners.
Yeah.
What a race this has been, huh?
Really has been intense. Again, the sync between the two routes here at the end and just the high-level gameplay and execution has been fantastic to watch.
And what we're seeing here from Joker is something called stand-up. So while this battle between Mother Brain and the baby continues, you can, if you have the energy tanks, actually trick the game into allowing you to still attack Mother Brain. And you see Mother Brain already turning colors. So you are still doing damage on Mother Brain before you get the rainbow beam. A couple beams later, Mother Brain 3 is done.
Very nice. Very clean stand-up, very good fight. Just got a couple things to take care of here. Just get up to the ship and get the heck out of Dodge.
Hashtag save the animals.
Save the frames.
Joker looking at a good escape so far.
Looking great.
Needs you to just get out of this room. We have seen quite a few runners, unfortunately, on the blue tower speed up, have hit a platform. So, which is unfortunate.
Zenny Spark. Yes.
The what spark?
It's affectionately referred to as a Zenny Spark. You go for this
Spark.
yeah, you go for this angle up and you bonk a platform.
And there it is.
Very
Joker
clean
hits it.
from Joker. Yep. Up through Parlor here. Trying not to get steamed too much.
Steam time. 1, Oh, good steam from Joker.
Very nice.
Just
very
needs to
nice.
get by this last bit of steam. Can get nicely done. Only 3 steam bonks and Joker's done with a time
GG.
of 1 hour 19 minutes and 53 seconds. Official time 1 hour 19 56 seconds. Nicely
nice.
done.
Very nice.
Hemzar also getting the stand up, and Hemzar just finished off Mother Brain. Perfect stand up from Hemzar. I love Super Metroid.
I mean, what's not to love?
Right? And the winner is Joker of the 4. So nicely done. We get to hear the escape music yet again. And we'll get all the runners in here for post-game interviews. GG's to all the runners. What a race. And again, shout out to Mayor Klig and Razon too. We thought they were a little bit behind. My goodness, that they really stopped putting on a show late. Incredible. Everyone doing the stand-up. Well done.
Yep, they're both putting the finishing touches on their Mother Brain fight here. And they'll be heading up to the ship in just a second. And yeah, what a fantastic set of races we had here.
Absolutely. This has been an absolute pleasure to call and commentate. Dust, I'm happy I got a chance to commentate with you. Been looking forward to it.
Agreed. Same here. This is my first foray into commentary. And,
oh, is it your first time?
First time. So
nice. You did a great job. Chat, didn't Dust do a great job? Let's go. Let's hear it for Dust. Show Dust some love in the chat. And there we go. Hemzar is done officially.
Very nice.
Hemzar's official time is 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 41 seconds. Joker comes in 3rd overall. Hem comes in 5th. This is huge.
Yeah, great escape from everybody. Really, honestly, clean. From G4 to the ship here has been very clean for everybody. Very good Turians, baby skips, good Mother Brain fights, everything.
Yep. Again, all the runners here on the restream, Joker, Hemzar, Mayor, Klig, and Razon are more
Sparking at the same time. Look at that. Man, they are so synced.
Yep. If you didn't get a message from the SpeedGaming bot, DM me on Discord, and we can get you hooked up here with some invites. And Razon is done, and Mayor Klig is done. Nicely done. Mayor Klig actually finishing ahead of Razon with an official time of 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 50 seconds. Razon, 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 54 seconds. So nicely done. GG's to all the runners. What a quartet of races.
Yeah, GG's, guys. That was fantastic stuff.
Absolutely. Everyone is marked as done. Again, if the racers want to join us, they are more than welcome to.
Got to make sure we don't have any 99%ers here, right?
You got it. All right. Let's see if we get anyone here. If not, not a big deal. Again, these are just qualifiers. No. So everyone else is finishing up. We're in the last 2 runners here. We did have 3 DNFs.
Yeah, it looks like we still got 2 runners left to finish up, but yeah, very good times from everybody posted here today.
Absolutely. Again, absolutely treated to an absolute clinic. Not clinic, but just an absolutely amazing race. So Joker and Mayor Klig are not going to join us. Totally okay. And it looks like I actually can't invite.
Yeah, it looks like Razan might be down for an interview here.
Yeah, nice. Mid-word card. Can we get Razan an interview, please? I'm not sure if the bot gave them one. So, Razan up for an interview. Here we go. Here comes Razan. As we bring Razan up to the live on-air booth. GG's, Razan.
Thank you, thank you.
You're welcome.
GG's. Great run.
Thank you. Yeah, I thought
us.
it went... Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, by all means, go ahead, then we'll get into our questions.
I was going to say, besides Wrecked Ship, which was just an unmitigated disaster, I thought their run was honestly pretty good. Like, I fell in Wrecked Ship E-Tank a few times, and Fantoon was really bad, but after that, I kind of calmed down, and things sort of started to come together.
Gotcha. All right, so first question for me, I like to ask this to everyone. What is one thing that you really liked on your run?
Oh, let me think back.
It could be anything. It could be movement. It could be items. It could be a boss pattern. It could be really anything. It's an open-ended.
Like during this run specifically, or during the run, like
during this run specifically.
Okay. Dragon. So like my Dragon fight was really good, and then I hit Spike Suit first try, and that felt great. That was the part of the run where I felt like I got my I was like, all right, I'm starting to play well. So yeah, definitely that.
Yeah, you were catching up too. So like you all put on an absolutely just amazing race, and shout out to Joker, Hemzar, and Mayor Clig, who are not going to be joining us here for post-game interviews, but GG's to everyone. And you put on, you were a little bit, you started accelerating there towards the end.
Yeah, it looks like me and Merrick got a good race.
You got a 4
you guys were pretty
difference.
synced up. Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention to the stream because I didn't want to get distracted, but when I switched to the stream after I was done, I was like, oh dang, me and Merrick were close. Was it like how was that, like, was he way ahead of me at G4 and then I caught up, or like what happened?
You were synced the Turian. You were
synced the Turian. Okay.
You were synced at Baby Skip. You were synced at Mother Brain. You were synced on the Escape.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I'm gonna rewatch that. That'll be fun.
Yeah, it was nice to see because we had, obviously there was a late croc versus early croc routing there, and Merrick doing the late croc routing, you guys converged back at X-Ray, and you were within 3 seconds of each other. It was pretty awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Dust, you got any questions for Razan?
No, just GG's. It was a fantastic race. Again, happy to be a part of this, and see such incredible technical execution from everybody in the qualifier today.
Awesome.
All right, thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Razan. One last question before we all head out of here and we end the stream. Was this your first attempt at the qualifiers? Or have you already competed?
I've done every single qualifier because I just started running Hundo like I did my first run like a week and a half or 2 weeks ago. So I'm just trying to get as much full run experience as I can. So I'm doing all the qualifiers. I'm doing reset runs in between them and stuff. Yeah.
Nice. So how did this run compare to your other runs, if you don't mind me asking?
Okay, first 2 runs, like day 1 was bad. The first run was like a 124, and then second run was a do not finish. And then today was better for me. My first run was a 121 something, and then this is a 122 something. So yeah,
nice.
I'm starting to get used to it.
Awesome.
I mean, I think most people would kill for a time like that, only given a weekend to Hundo. So I assume you're pretty experienced in other categories.
Yeah, yeah.
The movement that's on display there.
In any percent out of a 43. I'm not saying that to brag, just to, so yeah.
No, that puts into perspective, though. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, a 120 Hundo coming from a 43 any percent. That's fantastic.
Nice.
Thanks. Yeah, I have to head out, so I'm gonna go.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you, Razan, for joining us for the post-game interview.
Yep.
Dust, we see quite a few people getting golds and stuff in some of these splits, which are pretty awesome to see.
A lot of race PBs, yeah.
Yeah, which is awesome to see. So again, thank you all for joining us. !R in chat here to follow all 4 of these amazing runners. C to follow the commentary team. Dust, it was a pleasure commentating with you. Any last-minute thoughts before we get on out of here?
Just a huge thanks to all the organizers and everybody putting this on. Again, Hundo is such a great category, and I'm thrilled that we have this tournament to really share that with the SpeedGaming community. So, thank you.
Thank you, Tios, for organizing this. Thank you to all the tournament organizers. SpeedGaming Live 23. From all the Metroid titles to the Zelda title, Mega Man title, everything. Thank you all for SpeedGaming for doing everything amazing that you do. For Dust, my name is Adam, aka WXFan21, and for all 4 amazing runners, Joker, Hemzar, Mayor Clig, and Razon, we'll see you next mission. Super Metroid 100% tournament qualifiers continue next weekend, starting Saturday. Goodbye, everybody.
Take care, everybody.